Well, hello everyone, I'm back. The new proud American conservative. Yes, with more important info not too many of you can stomach. This one is not that hard to stomach. Actually, some good news. If you listened to me last night, talking about this stock called, the index, it's called FLNG. Went up some 9% since I said that. I pulled the profits out like I told you guys yesterday, and now it's taken some of the gains back. It's hovering around $5 a share right now. When I talked about it, it was about $4.60. So these are the type of opportunities I'm talking about. This is not to brag about it. This is just as simple as it gets. You have to pay attention, look at what trend, what stock is doing what, and you, especially when you pick a certain stock like this one that I believe has really good upside and can possibly be a good one for a long run. Let's say if you bought it at $4.60 and you decided to stay with it, you're waiting to get to $5.60, $6.60, get $1, $2 up. You bought thousands of shares of this one, for instance. There could be a possibility too, because it pays some dividends. It's got nice yield to it. So I just think this stock could do good. Again, all this is, by the way, guys, very risky. I don't advise to everyone to do it. I do it because I'm playing with the casino's money. I take profits out. I buy real money with it, gold and silver. And I also gamble in the market with the money I already won. So I study this stuff 20 hours a day. I get a kick out of it. Sometimes it's so easy. A caveman can do it. So I got another one for you today. This one's called Platinum Groups. The index is PLG, Platinum Groups. I did not get in, but I will if it drops to 120. Now, I've been following this one for a while. It did pretty good for me about 6 months ago. It would drop to $1, would go pretty quickly to 150, 130, 160. The high for 52-week high was just under $3, and I also believe that platinum has some room to go. An ounce of platinum was over $1,000 not long ago. Now it's low 800s. So once you see platinum start jumping, which I believe it will, this stock can have some nice profits for you here. So again, this is going to be my pick. It's $1.40 as I'm recording this, but I will be looking for my entrance possibly at 130, but definitely around 120 is what I'm going to do. And if it drops to 1, I'm just going to cost average, meaning buying more. That's what I'm going to do. That's my plan. I'm going to keep you guys posted, just like I always do. Now, I wrote some notes here just to make sure I read all the numbers correctly. If I have that, I usually read it out, which is very rarely, because I remember I'm pretty good with numbers. But this one is important because of all the job numbers that came out today and all this rise in the stock market. So I'm going to pull. I'm going to pull to the side here, or I should say in the middle of the street, to check it out. A lot of palm trees, beach access right here. There it goes, new mansion being built up. That's a good sign. All right, so hold up 1 second. So we had the president talking about the June job numbers. These are all temporary laid off workers returning to jobs that already existed, by the way. This is what propped the stock market up today. And you saw Dow Jones jump to 400 points plus, some 2%. Now it's at 1% of some 200 points as I'm recording this. So it's been kind of jumping today. We'll see what happens. It's only noon Eastern time. All right, so here's the numbers that you need to look at. The U.S. trade deficit swelled 9.7%. I'm going to repeat that again. The U.S. trade deficit went up, swelled up 9.7% in May to $54.6 billion. Continue on as exports tumbled 4.4% to $144.5 billion, which is the lowest since November of 2009. All this is going on while Goods exports plunged 5.8% to $90 billion, the lowest since August of 2009. So this is just as bad of news as you can get, especially, of course, when it comes to manufacturing, exporting issues, and everything. The news, you don't hear this on CNBC, you don't hear about this from Steve Mnuchin, from the Treasury Department. You don't hear about this from the President, from the White House. But I'm telling you these numbers, this is very important. So one more time, the trade deficit went up close to 10% in May, to make it simple. This is a big problem. This is all just money coming out of the country. It's going to be all repaid by raising taxes anew once the corona scare goes away, and that it will. I just don't know when. It's probably going to be right after the election. So interestingly enough, when you talk about these numbers that I wrote right here, interestingly enough, all these comparisons, these percentages are coming out with numbers from 2009, and a lot of you may not be aware of what happened in 2009, just based on a lot of people I talked to. They weren't buying homes at the time, so they did not even understand what happened. They didn't know we had a major bubble pop when it comes to real estate. So yeah, a lot of numbers are compared with 2009 and also with the Great Depression from 1930s. But again, you're not supposed to look at that. You're not supposed to talk about that. You're supposed to talk about the V-shaped recovery, which is nowhere close to any of that. So I'm just keeping you informed so you can be protected, not to be fooled. My motto is think for yourself, do your own research, and if you are in the market, it's very dangerous. It's not bad to pull some profits out. Yes, there are some stocks that I'm going to be coming out with soon that are good holds for good. But mostly I like to go in, get out, use 20%, sometimes 30% of my profits into real money, gold and silver to preserve wealth, including platinum. That's right. So I'm looking at PLG. You guys can take a look. Remember, I'm telling you what I'm doing. I'm not telling you what to do. We'll talk soon. God bless you all.